10 most powerful self-propelled howitzers in the world. Number 10. T-155 Fırtına. This is a Turkish version of the Korean K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer gun produced by Samsung Techwin. The howitzer has been produced since 2001. The vehicle has the same main systems as its Korean prototype, a 155mm gun, including its mechanism, chassis, automatic loading system, and an engine manufactured by the German company MTU. What distinguishes it from the K9 Thunder is, among other things, the shape of the turret, some chassis elements, the navigation system and electronic systems, such as the radio or fire control system, which were created in Turkey. Unlike the K9, the Commander does not have a panoramic viewfinder. Thanks to the Aselsan navigation system, it is possible to determine the target coordinates with an accuracy of 17.5 meters. The howitzer cannon is ready to fire within 30 seconds. The Turkish armed forces have ordered 350 vehicles, with 24 howitzers being built each year. Number 9. 2S-19 msta-s. This is a Soviet and then Russian self-propelled 152mm howitzer gun, developed as a successor to the 2S5 Hyacinth self-propelled gun. It was constructed in a design office in Yekaterinburg. The main armament of the howitzer cannon, a 40 caliber barrel, is placed in a rotating turret mounted on a tracked chassis. The chassis is built using components from the T-72 and T-80 tanks. Artillery grenades and propellant charges are transported in the tower's niche. It is also possible to feed ammunition from outside the vehicle. The practical rate of fire is up to 8 shots per minute. Russia had approximately 760 of these howitzer guns in service in various versions, 2S-19M1 and 2S-19M2. Number 8. Type 99. This is a self-propelled 155mm howitzer belonging to the Japan Ground Self-Defense Forces, which was developed as a successor to the 155mm Type 75 howitzer. It has been produced since 1999. Type 99 uses a modified chassis from the Mitsubishi Type 89 infantry fighting vehicle, extended with an additional road wheel. The Type 99 uses a 52 caliber barrel compared to the 30 caliber barrel of its predecessor. Secondary armament consists of a 12.7mm large caliber machine gun mounted on the roof. The vehicle's armor provides protection against small arms fire and artillery shell fragments. The drive is a diesel engine with a capacity of 600 horsepower. Number 7. AS-90 Braveheart. AS-90 is a British modern self-propelled 155mm howitzer. It has been in service with the British Army since 1992. It has a barrel with a length of 39 calibers, L/39, with which it reaches a maximum range of 25 kilometers. There is also a version with a 52 caliber barrel, allowing the range to be increased to a maximum of 40 kilometers, with gas generator ammunition, marketed as AS-52 Braveheart. Its licensed derivative version is the Polish AHS Crab Gun Howitzer. The maximum rate of fire is 3 shots in 10 seconds, burst, 6 per minute for 3 minutes, intense, and 2 per minute for 60 minutes, continuous. The vehicle's crew consists of 5 people: the commander, the gunner, 2 loaders, and the driver. The AS-90 received its baptism by fire during operations as part of the I-4 contingent in the former Yugoslavia. In 2003, they took part in the Second Persian Gulf War. Since April 2023, the United Kingdom has delivered 30 AS-90s to Ukraine. Number 6. M109A7 Paladin. The M109 is an American 155mm self-propelled howitzer first introduced in the early 1960s to replace the M44. It has been modernized many times, most recently in 2015. The M109 family was the most common howitzer in the West for maneuver brigades of armored and mechanized infantry divisions. The M109 crew consists of 4 people: commander, driver, gunner, and ammunition loader. Several European militaries have or are currently replacing older M109s with the German PZH-2000 or the Korean K9 Thunder. The M109A7 Paladin will likely remain the primary US self-propelled howitzer until the new M1299 self-propelled howitzer enters service. Since 2015, the M109A7 version has been produced, which introduces a new chassis with components unified with the M2 Bradley infantry fighting vehicle and with reinforced armor. An engine with a power of 600 to 675 horsepower was used. The tower equipment was also modernized. In total, over 4,000 M109 self-propelled howitzers in various versions were produced. Number 5. AHS Crab. AHS Crab is a modern Polish self-propelled howitzer of 155 mm caliber with a 52 caliber barrel on a tracked chassis. It is a Polish adaptation of the British AS-90/52 Braveheart turret system produced under license. The tower system was selected in 1999 and the prototype was completed in 2001. The weapon was initially built on a Polish chassis produced by Zakłady Mechaniczne Bumar Łabędy, from which 8 vehicles of the implementation series were completed after a long development stage and the program being suspended for several years. The first 8 guns were handed over to the Army for testing in 2012. Due to problems with the chassis, in December 2014, a decision was made to replace the UPG-NG chassis in serial vehicles with the South Korean K9PL manufactured by Samsung Techwin, used in the K9 Thunder gun howitzer, the production of which was then undertaken in Poland under license. Since 2017, these guns have been gradually entering service with the divisional artillery units of the land forces. In 2022, the Crab's batch was transferred to Ukraine, where they made their combat debut. Number 4. PLZ-05. The PLZ-05 or Type 05 is a 155 mm self-propelled howitzer developed by the Chinese People's Liberation Army to replace the Type 59 one-toed gun and the Type 83 self-propelled gun. In 2003, China began developing prototypes of the PLZ-05 for its own use, an evolution of the export PLZ-45 self-propelled howitzer. This howitzer was officially presented at the Military Museum of the Chinese People's Revolution on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the founding of the PRC in July 2007 and first entered service in 2008. The adoption of the PLZ-05 marked a paradigm shift in China's artillery doctrine, moving from the Soviet model to the Western model. The main armament is a 155 mm barrel with a length of 52 calibers. It has a maximum range of 40 kilometers. The system can reach a range of 70 kilometers when using rocket-assisted ammunition. The howitzer is equipped with a fully automatic loading system, providing a rate of fire of 8 shots per minute. According to the latest data, the Chinese Army had 320 pieces of this howitzer. Number 3. 2S-35 Coalition SW. It is a Russian self-propelled 152 mm howitzer gun, developed as a support and ultimately as a successor to the 2S-19 msta-s self-propelled gun. It was first presented during the Victory Day parade in Moscow in 2015. Originally, the 2S-35 was designed as a self-propelled howitzer, using the same chassis as its predecessor with a modified turret, with a mounted twin 152 mm gun with an automatic loading device in the form of 2 swing feeders. The barrels of such a set were placed one above the other, and the shots were fired one after the other, so that the recoilers could use the energy of the recoil of one of the barrels to eliminate the recoil of the other. However, this concept was abandoned in 2010. However, the tests were prolonged, and in 2020, at the parade in Moscow, the finished fire module was presented, still mounted on the T90 family chassis instead of the Target T14 Armata family. The main armament is a 152 mm gun mounted in a new welded turret, equipped with a fully automatic shell loading mechanism. Number 2. K9 Thunder. The K9 Thunder is a South Korean 155mm self-propelled gun manufactured by Hanwha Defense, previously Samsung Techwin, for the South Korean Armed Forces. The gun was created to replace the K-55 howitzers. The entire K9 fleet operated by the Republic of Korea Armed Forces is currently undergoing modernization from K9A1 to K9A2. In 2022, the K9 gun-howitzer had a 52% share in the global self-propelled howitzer market, which means that it is a very popular choice for many armed forces of various countries, including Poland, Estonia, Finland, Norway, and India. The first delivery of K9 guns was received in 1999. K9 self-propelled howitzers were used in combat during the shelling of Yeonping Island by North Korea. They responded to North Korean fire. The main armament is a 155mm gun with a barrel length of 52 calibers and a maximum range of 40 kilometers. The vehicle uses a 1000 horsepower engine and hydropneumatic suspension, necessary due to the mountainous terrain of Korea. Number 1. PZH-2000. Panzerhaubitze 2000. PZH-2000 is a German self-propelled 155mm howitzer gun developed by Krauss-Maffei-Wegmann, MAK Systemgesellschaft and Rheinmetall for the Bundeswehr. The design was developed to replace the M109 A3G vehicles. The howitzer was introduced into service in 1998. The German army initially planned to order 1,254 howitzer guns, but ultimately, due to the end of the Cold War, in 1996, the manufacturer received an order for 185 guns. It is capable of a very high rate of fire. In burst mode, it can fire 3 rounds in 9 seconds, 10 rounds in 56 seconds, and can, depending on barrel heating, fire 10 to 13 rounds per minute continuously. The bullets are loaded automatically. The PZH-2000 is in service with the armies of Germany, Italy, Ukraine, the Netherlands, Greece, Lithuania, Hungary, Qatar, and Croatia, mainly replacing older systems such as the M109 howitzer. In November 2019, the PZH-2000L-52 gun fired a projectile at a distance of almost 67 kilometers. This machine took part successfully in the war in Ukraine. If you liked the video, leave thumb up and subscribe to the channel.